For the first time in a year and a half, playoff soccer is back at Pride Park. This is the 2022 South Atlantic Conference Men's Soccer Tournament quarterfinal round between the regular season champion and number 1 seed Wingate Bulldogs and the number 8 seed Mars Hill Lions, with a trip to Charlotte on the line. I'm Joe Skinner with Ben Robertson in this one. It's been so long since Wingate last hosted a playoff game here, and now we get to do it again for 90 minutes.
Yeah, what a job head coach Gary Hamill has done in his 31st season at the helm here at Wingate. He's guided this team that missed the SAC tournament last year and started this year just 2-3-4 to end the season with 8 straight unbeaten games and earn their first regular season title since 2017 and a home playoff game.
It's their 9th SAC regular season title in program history. Let's look at the starting 11s first for the champs and the home team, Wingate. This is their starting 11, and they have been led by their freshman goalkeeper.
Yeah, Alexei Janjic has been so good. The Serbian freshman in his first year at Wingate, he leads the SAC in save percentage and total goals allowed.
And we stay in the pipes on the other side. The Mars Hill 11, Brennan Whalen is a leader on defense.
Yeah, Whalen, a preseason all-conference selection, and he's lived up to the hype. He's been really solid, 3rd in the conference in total saves. He's been excellent between the pipes.
Wingate unbeaten in their last 8. Mars Hill coming off of a win, sneaking into the tournament as the last seed, number 8. This is the 1 versus 8. The winner will play the winner of Lenore Ryan and Catawba next Friday at American Legion Stadium, and we're underway in the quarterfinal round. Wingate coming off of a draw against Coker. That's all they needed to win the outright regular season title, their 9th in program history, and as Ben mentioned, their first since 2017. As for the tournament, they won it back in the spring 2021 season, that abbreviated pod scheduling type of year. Now I have a chance to do it in a regular full season here as the number 1 seed. As for Mars Hill, this is a team that was a Cinderella story a year ago, coming in as the 7 seed, winning their quarterfinal and semifinal matchups in overtime before reaching the championship game, falling to Coker in double overtime and missing the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, and this Mars Hill team has plenty of talent, led by their striker, Peter Plowman. 12 goals on the season. He's going to look to make it happen today.
Those 12 goals are good for 2nd in the SAC this regular season, and now he's running on one down the left side. He's 15th in the country in goals as well. Svera Olan has a step on him, runs it to the end line, and Plowman with the foul gives it to Wingate. Mars Hill, 8-6-2 in the regular season, finished 5-5-1 in conference schedule. That's good for 16 points. Finished 8th in the regular season standings, 4 points ahead of Anderson. And their last regular season game was a 3-2 win at home against Limestone. The last half of the campaign for the Lions has been a bit of a roller coaster. They're coming in on a 3-game winning streak, but before the win streak, they lost 5 in a row. So now hitting their stride at the right time as the postseason begins today. There are 4 quarterfinal matchups all today in the next couple of hours across the Carolinas. In the men's side, this game starts first, so the first ticket to Charlotte will be punched here at Pride Park. Long throw in towards the left side. Svera Oland again, outside back for Wingate. Takes cover and hands it off to Janjic, who just boots it out of play. This will be a Mars Hill throw in. Janjic, what a revelation he has been in goal for Wingate. The freshman from Belgrade, Serbia, is first in the league with a 0.71 goals against average. He has been the best in the league. Could be freshman of the year, definitely in all conference consideration. Played forward to Plowman. Scully with the header. Turns it away and booted out by Olan. There's the captain, Luke Manley, wearing the yellow armband for Mars Hill. Jake White now to the outside. That'll go out. Mars Hill throw. These two teams played a dramatic regular season finale last year. Wingate coming in outside the tournament picture against a Mars Hill team that already clinched their spot in the 2021 edition of the tournament. Needed a win against the Lions on this field. They played 2 overtimes to a 0-0 draw. Wingate, that just put a bow tie on what ended up being a very disappointing campaign. As head coach Gary Hamill mentioned it prior to this season, a team that was picked in the top 10 of the preseason rankings, also picked to win the conference, missing it altogether. It's been a great bounce back this year campaign for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, those are the perfect words, bounce back. What a job they've done. In a year we kind of thought maybe was the season for rebuilding, retooling, a lot of new faces. Gary Hamill and his staff have just done an excellent job and led his team to the SAC regular season championship.
Headed out on that long free kick from Wayland, and now Wingate off and running. Here's Tim Martins trying to get around the tough midfielder White. Takes a bump out for a Wingate throw. Gary Hamill in his 31st season, the head coach for Wingate. He's opposed by Greg Munn in his 5th season for the Mars Hill Lions. Mars Hill, as we mentioned, in the SAC championship game last year. They've only won this tournament once. Now, last win is older than a lot of these players, coming back in 1998. William Pearson for Wingate tried to slide it down the flank. Cavante Willoughby Williams, SAC freshman of the year last year and number 9 for Mars Hill. Holds on to a lot of the goal-scoring potential. The sophomore from London. The topsy-turvy year for Mars Hill as they finish as the 8th seed in the SAC. They were ranked as high as number 14 in the national rankings. There's a delivery towards the top of the box. Plowman in the middle of it. Scully wins the header. Loose on the outside of the box. It'll be a Wingate free kick. Wingate coming into this one ranked number 18. Achieved their first ranking of the season in the latest release from the United Soccer Coaches Association. It's the first time they've been ranked since preseason last year, as we mentioned. The high expectations from the 2021 campaign started with a top 10 national ranking. Fell out quickly after a slow start to that year and could not find their way back in as they missed the SAC tournament altogether. Last time these two teams met was in this regular season. Came about a month ago. October the 8th. Long one punched out by Janic. Back to White. One touch towards the outside. Chance for Braxton Robinson to chase it down. It's out for a Wingate throw. Mars Hill went into that contest with a 1-goal lead at halftime before Owen Marshall, scoring 2 second-half goals, the central defender for Wingate, brought the team back to a 2-1 win. Owen Marshall is not in the starting lineup today. We also did not see him warming up, so it is not expected at this point. We don't have any official word from Gary Hamill or anybody in the Wingate program, but it does not seem that Owen Marshall will be playing today. Back pass to Janic. Plowman hounding down. Composed pass out by Janic. Bogasiewicz over the head of Person. Mars Hill throw in front of their own bench. Wingate unbeaten in 8, won 7 in a row, and then the draw in Coker. Haven't lost in about a month. Throw out for Wingate. Joe Skinner next to Ben Robertson, Garrett Elder directing in the trailer, and our entire team here at Wingate on Flow FC. Ball back to Bogasiewicz. Again delivers. Mars Hill controlling the possession here. A lot of time in their offensive third. Here's Emil Svenander, another Wingate goal-scoring threat. Goes out for a Wingate throw. Svenander hit the deck. Svenander is named Offensive Player of the Week, the second to last week of SAC competition. Here's Guy Fontes, the Brazilian freshman, sends in a low cross, cleared out by White, and further out by the Mars Hill defense. Scored a hat trick at Shawan in the last non-conference game. Towards the middle, here's Fontes looking to turn. Martins, Wingate looking for the opener. The cross deflected all the way out to Pedro Santos. Chipped in, Batur towards the face of goal, and it goes through uncontested for a goal kick.
Yeah, and Batur's got a rocket of a leg. He gets a good opportunity, strikes it decently well, just can't get it on target. First real scoring opportunity of this match this afternoon.
Out to big Ben Harvey on the goal kick. 6'6", 190-pound freshman from Walsall, England. Got to be an intimidating presence on the back line for the Lions. Bogasiewicz pulling from behind. The foul on Lee Overman. We give the chance to Mars Hill to put something in the box. Just 8 minutes in to this quarterfinal contest.
Yeah, I think Overman was going to be off to the races, and Boogie Sevic saw that and just tugged on the back of his jersey and gave his defense a chance to reset.
Harvey will deliver the free kick as the tall bodies move forward for the Mars Hill Lions. Low cross towards the top. Cavante Willoughby Williams on it. Trying to turn as Scully defends. Low shot knocked out of the area. Shot came in. David Straub. Now Mars Hill will go all the way back to Whalen and regroup. Whalen's senior goalkeeper has been in net for so long for Mars Hill. He's played a ton this year as well, and coming off of a rest, he did not play in the match against Limestone, the last regular season contest, so he is rested for this contest today. But it's always so tough with goalies when you try and balance rest versus staying in the groove. It's a position where you don't want to take too much time off and risk bringing in a little rust. So long throw for Mars Hill towards the top. Willoughby Williams out of it. Santos heads it off the line. Willoughby Williams almost got his head to it and turned it towards goal. Good turn, Nolan McMillan. And now Oland into the corner. It's out for a Mars Hill corner, first of the game. Corner kick taker is Philip Jensen, the freshman midfielder from Denmark. On the near side, scoreless game early. Mars Hill looking to take the first lead. First goal is so big in these playoff games. Here's the delivery to the back post. Headed on front. Plowman! Saved by Janjic off the line. It's another Mars Hill corner, but a great chance for the Lions inside the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, great job by Janjic. Proving our part. We talked so much about him at the Open, and he makes a great save off a golden opportunity.
We get another look. Janjic came back through. Might have been shielded by Scully for a moment. Here's another delivery. Punched out by Janjic. It'll be a third Mars Hill corner. Assertive goalkeeping from the freshman. This is the 27th all-time meeting between Wingate and Mars Hill. Their third meeting in postseason play. Mars Hill has won both of the playoff matchups between these two teams. Another delivery. Wingate on it. Martins heads it out. Scully heads it out. And a handball on Mars Hill right in the middle will give Wingate a chance to breathe.